Well, hello. So I'm gonna make some chicken fried rice this evening. First thing I'm going to do is take a big butcher knife for some reason, and I'm gonna cut up this onion. I think this is a white onion. No, it was a yellow onion. It doesn't really matter, but it doesn't matter to me. A white onion is a little stronger, and um, a yellow onion is less strong, and a sweet onion is sweet, of course. A purple onion is that's the strongest onion that I have used, but it has its own flavor, like a deeper onion flavor. So anyway, what I'm doing is just cutting up my little onion. This is how I cut mine. You know what? Let me melt this down a little bit. People can, like, I like to cook as much as I like to cook and know how, blah, blah, blah. Some things I'm not good at in the kitchen, and this is one of them. Cutting up an onion. So this is the way I do it. I think it's the good way, but everybody tell me that you're supposed to do it a different way. But you know what? Two things can be right at one time. So this is just my way of doing something. Alright, I'm going to commence to cutting knots all the way down. I want a nice amount. Probably not this whole onion. This is probably a medium-sized onion that I'm using tonight. So I would say 2 small. If you just have small, then that would total about a medium onion. And I feel like that's about all that I want as part of the onion, which is plenty because I'm not making a huge amount. Well, I may want a little bit more because I do like onion. Although I'm also using green onion. Oh, and green onion has its own flavor as well. Green onion. How would I describe what green onion tastes like? Green onion is it's just a real fresh onion to me. And here's what a green onion look like. Is these. And these are going to make it extra good. But what's really going to put this chicken fried rice over the top is that we're using chives. We're not using parsley and parsley flakes and stuff. We're not doing that. Because you know what? I think in 2026, I want you guys to start using more chives. More chives because the chives, baby, they got a good flavor and they can enhance anything. First, the reason why I started really using them too is because I couldn't find, because you know what we do on this channel over here, we improvise. So at first I couldn't even find any any parsley. And so then when I couldn't, I was thinking, now what would my mom do for real? She'd just pick out something else that was green and pretty. So then I said chives. Because I love chives anyway. But I season it all over everything on the top of it a lot of the time nowadays. So I'm going to take just a couple of chicken breasts. And I'm going to go ahead and cut against the grain. Because we don't want like chunks or anything. And we wash our meat over here though. That's the one thing that I don't improvise. I wash the meat. So I want you guys to, just think of how slimy that would be. But to each their own. You know what I mean? That's all. And I'm just cutting out some thin pieces. Pretty thin. Because of the fact that I want it to spread all through it. And instead of chunks or strips or anything like that, I'm just cutting it and then cutting it down a little bit more. So now I'm just going to, again, continue to cut against the grain on those chicken breasts. Reason why I was kind of reluctant for a half second is because I was thinking, oh, I should have hit them with a mallet. Because that's what I like to do a lot of time with any of my meat. that I don't, if I feel that won't like compromise basically the integrity of the meat and change it up to, you know, something that a different texture or something. Because meat is about the texture. So I'm just cutting that down in a couple little pieces. I should have had on some gloves because even now, even though this has been washed, it's still making me think, ooh. Actually, I'm going to have to put on some gloves. I don't even like meat on that level. That level. Something about meat kind of is a turn off sometimes to me. And especially some poultry, and that's really why I don't want to touch it. With my raw hand, with my bare hand, like that. Ugh. Make my flesh crawl, like my mom said. Sorry, y'all. I just can't touch it. It was making me like watery at the mouth. Not that I think something's wrong with it, but I just, for some reason, I'm not into meat like that. To where I could touch it all over it raw. Not chicken over anything, probably. Now, if it's beef, I feel safer or whatever. But there we go. Now, behind here, I got my skillet. Back here, I have about 1/4, we're going to say 1/4 cup of olive oil back here. Now, I'm going to just go ahead and turn this on and let that heat up. I want to heat it real fast because I want to sear my onions. But I know that if I put my onions in with that chicken or after the chicken is going to produce some chicken juice. And I just don't want to do it that way. So, keep cutting that down. And it doesn't have to be ultra thin, but just go ahead and cut it. How thick, if you like chunks, I mean, certainly. But that's the only thing so far I think that I'm going to change in the recipe. Only if you just like it chunky. But I don't see a need for that. I don't think it's going to make it as good. And another reason why I'm kind of relatively thin is because my family, I didn't know that I only had 2 breasts. Thank goodness they're real big. But when you go to cook something, you want a bite. You want to make sure that there's meat in every bite. If you're a meat eater. If it's salad, then you want to make sure your salad dressing is covering every bite. You know, you just don't want to put it in there and then you don't really have the ingredients enough for everybody to have gotten a piece of meat. So everybody gets in a fight at the table because you didn't have enough. And anyway, I'm just going to keep cutting that down. And I'm seeing a little fat that I don't really want to be in there. I like a little fat though in most things that I make because it makes the recipe, it makes it kind of taste a little bit better to have a little bit of fat in there and a bone in the meat when you cook it. Those couple of things. Now, just to sit and eat the fat, no, I wouldn't want to do that. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying. But not fat that's hard and that won't render down. You don't ever want that kind of fat. You'll be able to tell. See, like this is the kind of fat that's not going to render down. You sit up there and you're just pulling it, and you could tell how tough it is to pull, that it's not going to melt down. So just pull it off if you see any. Now this, on the other hand, that little soft fat, That's just going to provide more flavor to the meal. But we don't want too much fat, not in a dish like this. I got my oil heating up for me for this just like that. That ain't gonna do nothing but stay on there. Just take it off. Slowly take your time. Shoot. Okay, I got this oil and it's nice and hot. It's real hot because I wanted to quickly get the edges of this onion, the first type of onion. I don't want to do it with this green onion here because the green onions can wilt, and that ain't the goal that I was hoping for. So I'm just going to toss them in there like that and like that. Should have put more onion in that. Now that I'm looking at it in that giant skillet, but I still have the green onions that I also am going to be putting in there. We're just going to cut it down further. Make sure against the grain. And the reason why I just keep saying that, by the way, is because it'll make it more tender for you, okay? You want this to be nice and tender. And another reason why you didn't quite yet add the green onion is because you don't want them to cook really fast and get wilted down. Because then that pretty green color goes out of it, and that goes out the window. And then you're just sitting up there with some wilted green onions in there because they wilt real quick. So those are going to come into play at the 11th hour. So yeah, we're just going to keep going with that. Pause. Let's check your onions. See what they doing. And we're going to turn them way to off currently. But you do want them like translucent, but a little of that little seared look, and we're coming over here too, so we're not just going to be over that way. Another reason why we cook the onion first is because the onion flavor sets into the oil, and then when we go to put our chicken in there, then that will add to the flavor of the chicken. That onion having already been like, I can't think of the word that I want to use. So we're not going to make one up today at this time. Usually we just make up a word, but we're going to do that today. So how's everybody doing today? I'm doing all right. Had a long day. But I am glad to be here with you guys. Just for a little bit. well, I could go ahead and make my family their dinner. And I said, yeah, let's go ahead and go live. We'll make it because it's going to be a quick meal. It's probably a 30-minute meal. I would say 30-minute meal if you don't have the prep to do. Hey, babe, is that you?
Hey.
Hi, I'm live at 5. No, it's come on in here. What's up with you?
What's up?
Are you okay?
Let me go put this in the wash real quick.
Oh, I rewatched the stuff that was in there, by the way.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah, wasn't I supposed to? It may be done by now, actually.
It was stuff I watched today, but
Oh, I did not know.
it was okay.
I'm sorry. I figured since you wasn't here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Don't cut yourself, Gina.
That was good.
That's because I watched it in your favorite. The L. And make sure we don't have no more fat that I don't want on there. Let me see here. And be careful whenever you guys have a knife, you know, and announce yourself if you're turning around and stuff in your kitchen. I don't want nobody getting hurt. This chicken is going to go further than I thought, but not extremely far. So I think I have more rice than what I want. Let me move my onion over, because next step, we're just letting them sit in there. And yeah, they're going to infuse the oil. That's the better way to put it, guys. We're going to say we're going to infuse the oil. And when you guys come in, you know, feel free to speak. Let me see, does anybody say hi? How you doing? Hey, from Sweden. Oh, wow. Well, let's say American food. Well, you know, this fried rice is for everybody, in my opinion. There's a lot that could be done with fried rice. Because if you can imagine, you could take and get you some of them sausage that look like those Hillshire Farm sausage, right? And what you could do is turn around and you could fry them up and put them to the side and take your rice and put them in there and then add some this and that and just sit there and fry it up with the flavors that whatever you like, whatever you want to do. You have to get creative in your kitchen. And I think fried rice is a recipe that you can get real creative with real fast. Yeah. Yeah, there. Because I keep on saying this chicken fried rice. I said, I'm going to make some chicken fried rice, all right. I'm going to give them some chicken fried rice. So I'm just cutting down these little pieces. I only have these 2 breasts, but they're pretty big.
That was 2 breasts? Wow, that's...
That made it quite a bit. That's what I was telling them. I said, yeah, I did pretty good. Your back still hurt. You need anything, baby?
No, I'm good. I didn't want to...
You want like a little snack or something?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, come and get your little snacky food. Come here. You don't want to be going without nothing.
No, thank you, baby.
That's your lunch break. I wish I'd had this done. I'm just getting home a little bit ago.
Oh. Did the road start icing up?
Yeah, over that hill in that rural part of the area. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the road's gonna ice up.
We're going to start off by seasoning up this chicken that we have here with some Shake It by Gina. This is my seasoning that I created. It is a mild all-purpose seasoning. And you can get yours at shakeitbygina.com. so that you can enjoy yourself. Okay, so then anyway, I'm going to take, and I'm going to be generous. Not overboard, but at least probably what? Three teaspoons. 3 teaspoons of shaking. Okay, and then I'm going to want to have more of an onion flavor. So I'm going to add some onion powder, and not a lot, because Shake It has, remember, it's complete. It has everything in there. But I want the onion to outweigh the garlic in this particular recipe. So that's why I will be adding about 1.5 teaspoons of onion. And then, because Shake It is not high in sodium, I do want to control how much sodium I have in there. But I'm going to add some kosher salt. And I'm going to probably add about teaspoon and a half. And then to that, I'm going to add a little bit of white pepper. White pepper is delicious. It has a little bit more of a spice to it though. So you want to be gentle. Then, of course, we want some black pepper. It'd be nice. 2 teaspoons. Then, this is optional. I want you guys to pick or choose. If that's what you want to do, fine. If not, fine. But this is MSG or accent, as some of you guys know it, but I'm going to add just a little bit of that one there. Teaspoon. And then at this time, I'm going to take and give that a quick mixture upper. You're back okay, baby?
You know, I did some really good stretching and I did a low impact workout today, so.
Oh, okay.
And I rolled on the low, they have this foam roller that has the, kind of like little knobs on
Yeah, I've seen those before out there.
it. So I rolled my IT bands and lower back on it.
I want your oil back up by now. This is, you know what? Some water is in the handle of this, and that's going to cause me to get burned. I don't know how that can happen. I do not want to get burned, but that's the one I wanted to do.
You want some of this?
No, I don't want anything, baby. Thank you. No, I was saying that this chicken fried rice is probably like a 30-minute meal.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I get up. Now that's what we made it in. Stir fry. Whatever.
Yeah, that was like different though. This is gonna be like just fried rice. Chicken fried rice. Was it good?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember making it. Well, that was that stir fried rice.
Mm-hmm.
Can you pull up my my arm, please?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Way up. And this one, please. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what I want you to do is smell your food, right? And here's why. If it smells like bland, or if you don't smell nothing, then that is an indicator you need to add some more seasoning. But that means season up slow. That doesn't mean add the same amount that you went in with the first time. You add about 1/4 that amount. So if I added 3 teaspoons, then I'm going to start by adding 1 teaspoon at a time, going upward. But I smell that this smell is very flavorful. And so that means it's ready to go into the skillet over here. And like I said, it's onions have infused that well. We want to cook it at a higher temperature because we do not want this chicken producing a lot of oil. And you want to make sure that you're flattening it as much as you can so that it kind of cooks at the same time. It is not necessary to make sure that it's perfect though, guys. Just do what you can. But it's smelling good in here. Ain't it smelling good in here? Already. What are you cooking in there, Shalom? Some lunch meat?
Seasoning's getting you.
No, I got a little asthma today. I think my purse is down there so I can take my inhaler. I'm gonna move you guys over there in a second. Where's my little purse? Oh, I got a little asthma. Yeah. Wait a minute. That was me singing that. That wasn't TV. Let's be clear. So we're just going to take that and we're going to move it a little bit. With chicken, breast especially, yeah, it cooks very fast. White meat always cooks faster than dark meat. So this at a high temperature of 8 is going to cook down real fast. So people said that the doctor called me my inhaler. Can you remind me? Maybe we could get it?
To go get your inhaler?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I gotta get my inhaler tomorrow. Oh. You know the other one, the blue one.
The blue one?
Yes, sir. Move them guys up here. I know, let's go look at here. See what we got going on up to the stove directly. Alright, can y'all see in the pan? Let me move that down. There we go. Bingo, bango. Let me see something. Hold on, look at all messed up. Y'all should be able to see in there. Pretty good. Good enough. So we're cooking on high right now because I don't want all them juices from the chicken to start coming out of it into the pan and stuff like that. So we have a nice amount of oil, and at this time we're just going to take the chicken and we're going to be moving it, just flipping it over 2 seconds, just moving it around. That's all. And I can also see that I want some more onions. So I'm glad that I got some more cut up from a different meal that I made. So that's good. And I'm going to add those right now before this is completely done. And I start out with what I say, 1/4 cup of olive oil is what we started in here with. And I'm not responding to you guys if you are saying anything, only because I can't see. Oh, yes. Thank you, baby. Okay, so I got some more onion here. And I want a nice amount. Not a gang of it, but yeah, a cool amount. Well, yeah, that is probably you guys. I love onion though. So we're just frying that up. Now the reason why I had to do that also is because the initial onion, it was just cooking down too fast. And it's kind of like as soon as I put it in there, I realized I was like, dang, I should have used um, more. I should have made cut more onion up, or maybe 2 onions. But I'm an onion lover, so I think that maybe not all people love onion the way I love it. And I'm gonna put that lid on for a minute. It's still on real high, so we got it on about 8. And we're just gonna cover that to let any steam come up and go through that chicken to get it done. But quite frankly, I think I'm going to turn it to the off position because I want to kind of like in a Uh-oh. Can you guys hear me? I hope so. Can somebody let me know if you can hear me? Maybe I put the audio out. Anyway, I hope you guys can hear me. Especially I done sit up here and been on recording with you guys, and y'all didn't say nothing until I'm being ready to log out, and that is just like wow. But okay, I hope you guys can hear me. God bless. Enjoy the rest of your day.